Hello, class. Hello, audience. This is our EC 150 group, and our project is ICMP and MAC layer attacks. And this was prepared by DeWitt, Sai, Caleb, Nathaniel, and Jacob. Here are the table of contents. We just talk about the things that are going to be shown into the slides. And yep. And what is ping flooding? So ping flooding is just a type of ICMP attack, which stands for Internet Control Message Protocol. It is a type of DOS attack, which stands for Denial of Service, which spams a large amount of ping packets rapidly. And the attack spams a large amount ICMP packets to the system network without waiting for replies. This will cause the system resources to be max used, causing it to slow down or freeze the entire system. And when doing ping flooding, it is very easy to implement, especially for smaller scale systems.
Here in the first diagram, we see the target VM system. So you can see the CPUs that it's operating normally at 25%. In the second diagram, you see the attacker pinging the target VM. We set the network to bridge adapter, so they could both communicate to each other. And then the third one is the target VM pinging the attacker VM. So here in the bottom left, the attacker, here's the script or command that's used for ping flooding, and it's doing it on the port 12345. In the bottom middle diagram, you could see the target VM capturing the packets that are being sent from the attacker. And here in the last diagram, we see the system for the target VM CPU usage being at 100. So the ping flooding is definitely working on this target. In the next slide. The left diagram shows the defense implementation. So we use two commands. So this basically puts up a firewall to rate the limit of the packets. And once that's done, here in the right, we see the CPU usage of the target VM going back to normal. So at about 50 to 60%.
So what is a MAC address? A MAC address stands for Media Access Control Address. It is a unique sort of name tag that every device has when it connects to the internet or network. For example, your phone, laptop, router, computer. These all have their own unique MAC address. It's how the network knows who is who, so that the correct data gets sent to the correct place. You can think of it sort of as the internet as a big post office, and your device MAC address would be its home address. So it would ensure that all the information coming in and going out gets to the right place without getting mixed up with others on the same network.
All right, my part is going to be MAC flooding. Essentially, it's uses the same thing as MAC addressing, which is a media access control, and this controls the flooding though part. Is a network cyber attack that exposes a vulnerability of the switch-based network system by sending a large number of fake MAC addresses to a network. It's a pretty simple attack to do. It can be done by employees, malicious attackers, cyber criminals. It's very easy to do, is what I want to say. And then the risks that include confidentiality, integrity, and availability. It causes the table. What it actually does is causes the table to overflow, and then the network doesn't recognize what's real from fake. Can't identify what's real from fake, so it just starts sending all the information everywhere. And right here, I in the picture below, right, it says IP config. That's where we see the etho O, and we can tell what the network is actually running on. We verify that. Right underneath it, we open up Wireshark, so we can actually see what's going through the network, what's coming back and forth. And then on the right hand side, you do that MAC off dash I etho, and you can see it start sending all those MAC addresses, and it just overfloods the table, and it causes a switch to go into a fail open mode, and that's when it starts sending all the information everywhere, and all the attacker has to do is just pretty much identify which ones and open them, and pretty much get all their information from there. Possible defense for this, or a defense for this, would be a MAC port addressing recognition limitation per port. Another one also would be a VLAN segmentation, which isolates devices so that it may limit the broadcast on each domain for each port. And that's pretty much what it is for MAC flooding. Summary for this: ping flooding is a type of DOS attack that overwhelms the system of the network by rapidly sending large number of ICMP ping packets without waiting for replies. This excessive traffic can consume system resources, cause slowdowns or crashes in smaller scaled systems. Devices on a network are identified by unique MAC addresses, which functions like home addresses, ensures data is sent to the correct destination. This identification helps maintain order in the data transmission protection against attacks.